Okay, the next question, November 2012, economics. Okay, now let's see what's there for us. So the first one for section A said, number 1, the demand for a firm's product is presented as QD equal 28 minus 4p. Prices over the period are $2.50, $3.50, $4.50, and up to $7. So calculate A, the quantity demanded at each price. B, total revenue at each price. C, what is the coefficient of price elasticity of demand when price increased from $2.50 to $3.50? II, is the demand elastic or inelastic? III, state the reason for your answer. Now to solve this, you have to get the knowledge of demand and also revenue. Okay, now the first question said we should calculate the quantity demanded at each price. Now they've given us the function and they gave us the prices, so we have to calculate. Okay, now the function is an equation. So now we have the function that was given as QD equal 28 minus 4p. So it said QD equal 28 minus 4p. So we are going to look for the quantity demanded at this price when price is 2.50, 3.50, 4.50, and so on. So we'll start with the first one. When P equal $2.50, so our QD equal 28 minus 4. Anyway, I see P, I place 2.50. Okay, equal 28 minus 4 times 2.50 will give me 10. 8 minus 2 give me what? 18. Okay, so that's the first one. The second one said when P equals 3.50 from the question, so I have 3.50. QD equal 28 minus 4p equal 28 minus 4. P is what? 3.50. So I have 28 minus 4 times 3.50. Using our calculator, it will give us 14. So 28 minus 14 will give us what? 14. The next one, when P equals 4.50, QD equals 28 minus 4p, so which is 28 minus 4, P is what? $4.50. So we have 28 minus 4 times 4.50 will give us 18. So 28 minus 18 will give us what? 10. Okay. Next one. When P equals 5.50. QD is equal 28 minus 4p, which is equal to 28 minus 4, 5.50. So we now have 28 minus 4 times 5.50, 4 times 5 upon 50 will give us 22. So 28 minus 22 will give us 6. Okay, the next one is when P is equal to $7. So my QD is equal to 28 minus 4p, which is equal to 28 minus 4, 7. So I have 28 minus 4 times 7 is what? Equal what? 0. Okay, so from this now, we have solved the quantity demanded at each price. So let's move to the total revenue at each price. Okay, so from this also, we'll have our total revenue. So say total revenue. So let's recall the formula for total revenue. Total revenue equals price times what? Quantity. Okay, so they want us to find the total revenue at this price. So we'll start from the first one again when P is $2.50. Remember, this is a price. So the quantity, remember we solved for here when the quantity, when P is this, look at the quantity. So that is what we're going to use now. So my total revenue is equals to P is $2.50, that's the price, times my quantity I calculated when P is still 2.50 is 18. So 2.50 times 18 for the total revenue will give us $45. Okay. The next one, when P equal 3.50, my total revenue is equal to my price is price times quantity, while my price is 3.50 times quantity. Now when P is 6, we calculated the quantity as what? 14. So times 14. So 3.50 times 14 will give us $49. The next one, when P is equal to 4.50. So my total revenue is equal to price times quantity, and my price is 4.50 times. What's the quantity? We calculated the quantity here as what? 10. So 4.50 times 10 will give us $45. The next one, when P is equal to 5.50, my total revenue is price times quantity, and my price is what? $5.50 times, what is my Q? I calculated Q as 6. So $5.50 times 6 will give us $33. And last one, when P is equal to $7, total revenue is equal to price times quantity. My price is $7 times why the quantity is 0. So 7 times this will give us 0. It means they did not sell anything. Okay, so that's the total revenue. Okay, so we have answered the second one, the total revenue at each price. Now C said, what is the coefficient of price elasticity of demand when price increased from $2.50 to $3.50? Okay, now how do we solve this? Solving this requires knowledge of elasticity of demand. So now the formula for elasticity of demand is giving us percentage change in quantity demanded over percentage change in price. Okay, so where we have percentage change in quantity demanded is equal to new quantity minus old quantity divided by old quantity times 100 over 1. Why this percentage change in price equal new price minus old price divided by old price times 100 over 1. Okay, so that is how we are going to solve this. So let's start. Now they said, what is the coefficient of price elasticity of demand when price increased from 2.50 to 3.50? Now let's solve for the price first. Now they say the price increased from 2.50 to 3.50. Now the first thing you should do in this elasticity is to determine which is the new and which is the old. Now if they said it increased from this to this, it means this is the current, while this is the old. Okay, so our price will now be new price minus old price. The new is 3.50 minus the old is 2.50 divided by the old, which is 2.50 times 100 over 1. So it's now equal to 3.50 minus 2.50 will give us 1 over 2.50 times 100 over 1. Now if we solve this, and 1 over this times 100 will give us 40%, because they said in percentage, so our answer is in what? Percent. Okay, so the next one, now let's solve for the quantity. Now look up, they said the price increased from 2.50 to 3.50, but they did not give us quantity here. But remember, we calculated quantity using that same price, 2.50 and 3.50 here. So that is the quantity we are going to use. So if the price increased from 2.50 to 3.50, now we are going to check when it is 2.50, what is the quantity? When it is 2.50, the quantity is 18. And when it is 3.50, the quantity is what? 14. Okay, so 14 is the new quantity, while 18 is what? Old quantity. Now, unlike this, in which we apply this solely for quantity, if the new is lesser than the old, we do not write it like that. We interchange it so that we don't have negative value. Okay, so normally what we are going to write here, from this formula, the new quantity is supposed to be 14 minus 18. Okay, but because we have a negative sign, we cannot have a negative for quantity. We interchange it to avoid that negative. So it will be 18 minus 14 divided by the old still remains as what? 18. New minus old divided by old. The old still remains as 18. But we are interchanging this because of the negative. The new is lesser than the what? Old. So times 100 over 1. So 18 minus 14 will give us 4 over 18 times 100 over 1. Okay, so if we do that, we'll have 28.2%. 28.2%. Okay, so what we're going to do is to substitute those values. Now say therefore our elasticity of demand is now equal to, we said the percentage change in quantity demanded. What's the percentage in quantity demanded? 28.2 divided percentage change in price is what? 40. So this divided by this will give us 0.705. So that is our elasticity of demand. Okay, so the next one, it said, is the demand elastic or inelastic? Okay, now said the demand is inelastic. Now I said, state the reason for your answer. Now you can now say it is inelastic because elasticity is greater than 0 but less than 1. That is, elasticity is greater than 0 but less than 1. Or in some, we will just say elasticity is less than 1. Okay, or we'll just say elasticity is what? Less than what? 1. So that is, so whenever our final answer is less than 1, it is inelastic. Or if it is greater than 1, it is elastic. And if it is equal to 1, it is unitary. Okay, so that is the first question.